Hello, I am Ines, representing Snapsoft. I would like to set up Amazon price optimization with you and show you all the important features that will help maximize your profits. After linking your Amazon seller account with SnapTrade, you can test SnapTrade free of charge and without obligation for 14 days. Before we start, I would like to draw your attention to our online help, which you can find up here in SnapTrade. This assistance function is accessible in each section and also accompanies certain features. Ensure that you pay proper attention to the symbol representing the question mark. If you have not linked your Amazon seller account with SnapTrade yet, let's proceed with this as the first step in the process. Please select Account, Marketplaces, Manage Marketplaces from the menu. After linking, your Amazon catalog will be imported into SnapTrade. The duration depends on the size of your inventory. SnapTrade can monitor your entire inventory 24/7. SnapTrade automatically adjusts your prices based on competition and provides price optimization even for items that do not have direct competition, regarding which I will provide more information at a later point in time. I have connected my account and all my items have been loaded. As a result, we are now able to proceed with this setup process. In order to get a comprehensive overview of all your items, please navigate to the Item Overview section, which can be found under the Items tab, Items submenu. For price optimization on Amazon with SnapTrade, it is necessary to assign both a price range and a strategy to the items. The price range establishes the framework for price optimization to operate effectively and efficiently. It includes the minimum price, which is the lowest price you can set for items, the maximum price, which is the highest price that can be set for your items, and the solo price, which is an individual price for each item. The solo price is utilized when there is no competition and should be within the range of the minimum and maximum prices. If no solo price is set, SnapTrade automatically uses the maximum price for items without competition. You have a variety of methods at your disposal to set price ranges for the items you sell within the SnapTrade platform. The most straightforward, yet also the most time-consuming approach is to manually enter and save the margins using the method of input and storage. With the pricing feature, you can quickly set price ranges for previously filtered items. You have the capability to locate a comprehensive guide to this feature in our explanatory video on pricing. Let's now briefly go through the process of how you can create price ranges using the pricing functionality. Please ensure that you confirm in the beginning that you are aware of the extensive editing of price ranges by checking the corresponding box. Within the drop-down menu, opt for Set Price Range starting from the current price of the offer to specify the desired range. This choice is highly recommended for online retailers who have not yet implemented price optimization strategies for their business. In the next step, you will define the values needed to calculate the price ranges. I would like to establish the price range by setting the minimum price at 10% below and the maximum price at 15% above the current offer price. Hence, I input minus 10% for the minimum price and 15% for the maximum price range to ensure accuracy. For the solo price, I set the value to 0 so that it matches the current offer price. After saving this information, the price ranges will be calculated accordingly. Please take note of the importance of using the correct signs accurately and pay close attention to ensure their proper utilization. Of course, you can conveniently store not only the price ranges, but also the item strategy and other values in the CSV file. In order to accomplish this, start by downloading the items, enter the values in the corresponding columns of the file, and then import them using the Upload Items function available in the application. Now, let's examine an article together in detail. In the article itself, you will find, among other things, the section on price calculation and other relevant information. This function enables you to calculate price ranges based on the purchase price of the item. If you want to gain more insights into pricing calculation, I highly recommend referring to our help section or watching our comprehensive tutorial video on pricing calculation. In your article under the Offers tab, you will receive a list of your own offer as well as those of competitors. Here, all relevant data of the offers are presented in a clear and organized manner. Modifications in price can be observed, allowing you to view the changes in price that have been made by Snaptrade and subsequently transmitted to Amazon for their records. For price optimization, it is necessary for your items to have not only a price range, but also a strategy. You already have access to various predefined strategies. To do this, please navigate to Price Optimization, Strategies. Certainly, you also possess the opportunity to generate your own strategies or modify existing ones. All of our strategies are based on the utilization of fixed and defined price gaps in order to achieve our objectives. One exception is the Buy Box Max strategy, which you can also test for free during the trial period to evaluate its effectiveness and potential benefits. The objective of this strategy is to determine the maximum achievable price in the buy box for the items you are selling. She carefully analyzes each competitive offer, taking into account a multitude of factors, such as shipping method, delivery time, and seller performance. If you'd like to get acquainted with the settings of the Buy Box Max strategy, I suggest referring to our help section or watching the tutorial specifically designed for the Buy Box Max strategy. To access the settings of the strategies, click on the respective strategies name in the list of strategies. Together, we will go through the Equalize strategy, which encompasses additional rules for optimizing and maximizing demand. When you hover the mouse pointer over the input fields, tooltips will be displayed to provide you with additional information that can be helpful. For a more detailed explanation of every setting option, you can also access the help function here by clicking on the question mark symbol located in the top right corner of the screen. To initiate, let's start with the filter options. The rating filter excludes irrelevant competitors, such as those with a rating below 85%, as these Amazon sellers are typically not eligible for the buy box due to their low ratings. If you desire to compete with rivals who possess lower ratings but are still eligible for the buy box, you have the option to adjust this value accordingly to increase your chances. Using the filter number of reviews less than allows excluding small or new sellers, while the shipping filter disregards offers with a delivery time of more than 8 days. Now onto the calculation. We differentiate between your products in self-shipping and the FBA items. For your self-shipping items, the value of 0 is set in the first field for the merchant, indicating that Snaptrade will establish the same price as merchants who also utilize self-shipping. For undercutting strategy, a negative value should be entered here. A value of -4% is set for Prime and FBA offers. Based on our experience, this value is required in order to be competitive with faster shipping methods in terms of buy box. A decrease in price of -8% in comparison to the offers on Amazon is required in order to have a possibility of adding the item to the buy box. Snaptrade always considers the minimum and maximum prices in all price calculations. Exceeding and undercutting the price range are thus not included in consideration. For your FBA items, please make sure to refer to the values on the right side. In this case, drawing on our experience, we have implemented a markup of 2% when compared to merchants who opt for self-shipping in order to capitalize on the numerous benefits offered by FBA shipping. Because even with a higher price, Your FBA offer can win the buy box against self-shipping retailers. When compared to competitors who also ship via FBA or with Prime by Seller, a value of 0 is set in order to match them and maintain a competitive edge. We recommend undercutting Amazon offers by 4%, as this percentage is usually sufficient to win the buy box due to FBA shipping. The values provided are derived from our extensive years of experience in this field. Modifications to these values might be necessary and could depend on your own merchant rating and assortment of products and services offered. As mentioned earlier, you can customize the values individually. With the price gap between competitors, you have the ability to establish precise pricing regulations for individual retailers or entirely exclude certain retailers from price calculations by disregarding them. Demand optimization applies to items without competition, for example, with private labels. This allows for the optimization of prices based on sales figures and improves price strategy. When demand optimization is used for items without competition, the maximum or solo price is not used. For info or application examples, I highly recommend checking out our tutorial on optimizing demand for more information. Finally, I will clarify the tactics pertaining to the strategy settings. Situated on the left side, you will come across the jump back functionality. The jump back functionality empowers you to enhance the price as the distance to the highest 24-hour price of the relevant offer gradually expands. This is the situation in which the price optimization of a competing competitor causes the price to decrease. If the competitor is also utilizing price optimization, the jump back feature ensures that your prices consistently jump back to the competitor's daily highest price point. As a result, competitors' price optimizers also increase their prices. This function can thus save your profit margin. The cooldown on the right side is implemented during periods of slow sales, which typically occur between 2 and 5 in the morning. Throughout this time frame, the current strategy settings are employed to utilize the maximum price in order to elevate the competitive prices of sellers on Amazon through price optimization techniques. With the cooldown, Snaptrade is able to determine the maximum prices of competitors and, as a result, can refer to the maximum prices of competitors that were identified in the early morning hours during the jump back. Please don't forget to save all of your own changes in your strategy settings to ensure that your modifications are preserved. I would recommend setting up a general strategy for all of your items listed on the Marketplace platform. To perform this action, kindly navigate to Access. Opt for Marketplaces, select your Amazon Marketplace, and save the preferred Marketplace strategy in that location. Certainly, individual strategies can be assigned directly to each and every item in question. The strategies that are attached to this particular item take precedence over the general strategy that applies to the entire marketplace. If you have carefully completed the previous steps, you can activate the price optimization. Only after that, Snaptrade starts with the price optimization of your items and the transfer of the adjusted prices to Amazon. If you have linked multiple Amazon marketplaces with Snaptrade, you need to set up and activate price optimization for each individual marketplace. In addition to price optimization, Snaptrade also offers many analysis options. To acquire information, I'd highly recommend watching our dashboard explanatory video. Now that you are familiar with the fundamental steps, you can effectively utilize price optimization for Amazon within the Snaptrade platform. If you have any further questions or need assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us.